biggest problems of the world today. People just don't believe that he's coming back one day. Oh no, do you?
Okay. All praises and glory to Yahawah by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kodash. Like always, like to give double honors to the eldest apostles, a great millstone that taught us and groomed us through the Spirit. And also, I like to say, or I like to give blessings to the sincere brothers in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. My name is Lamadia. And in this video, I just want to talk about the things that are essential for us to receive mercy and salvation from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And one of the main things that is comprised of what is essential for our salvation is the suffering we have to go through, and as well as the sacrifice. Because a lot of guys come into this faith and they don't want to go through the suffering. They want to get close to the Lord, but at the same time, they don't want to sacrifice. Because the suffering and the sacrifice is part of us getting close with the Most High through His Son Yahushua. That's why a lot of guys fall off, because a lot of guys get offended. They get offended at the Most High, because you got to keep in mind the Most High, He's a jealous power. So anything that will draw away your attention against Him, He will remove it from you, so that way you could be focused on Him. So this is Matthew 19, and I'm going to begin at verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, the him, of course, referencing towards Yahushua, who the world ignorantly label as Jesus Christ. So I'll read again from the start. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High Yahweh. But if thou wilt enter into eternal life, keep the commandments. He said unto him, Which? Yahushua said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witnesses. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? So now the young man is asking Yahushua, he been exercising the Lord, all the laws. So what is he lacking? So that's the question. Keep in mind. Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that sayings, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession. So his question was, he been keeping all the laws, and he asked Yahushua, what did he lack? So Yahushua told him, if you want to be perfect and receive eternal life, give all your possessions away and follow him. And the man turned away. So the answer obviously was he lacked faith. And he couldn't make that sacrifice because he didn't have faith. That's what he lacked. And everything we do is based on faith. Faith is what's going to deliver us from this pending destruction. That's what's going to save us, not the law. But we do keep the law. But it's going to be our faith. Shalakia. Now verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto the disciple, really I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? Or Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What should we have therefore? So now they somewhat got discouraged. I'm like, well, who could be saved then? And Peter, he stood up and said, listen, we gave up everything. We sacrificed everything. You know, so he asked him, what should we have therefore? Now, this is Yahushua respond. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which had followed me in the regenerations, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So we're gonna have to suffer, and we're gonna lose a lot of before we obtain a lot. Now, is it painful? Of course, it's gonna be painful. You know, it's gonna be a sorrowful thing. If it's not going to be a sorrowful thing, why would it be written that the Lord should wipe away all tears? Because we're depressed in this society. We're suffering. We're looking forward for the kingdom of Yahushua. At times, you may feel like you're about to lose it. Like you're going crazy. But it's all the chastisement of the Lord to perfect us and to build up our character. Because we have to suffer, we have to go through all these things that's uncomfortable and unpleasant to draw closer unto Yahushua, or rather Yahushua. Now this is 1 Peter chapter 4, and I'm going to begin at 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So, what are the strange things not to look at catching hell, suffering, things not going your way. The Lord said not to look at it as being strange, because this is part of the package of drawing closer to the Lord. Verse 13. Oh, I'll read 12 again. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So when you go through your problems, and the hell you can catch in this truth, just know you part of the suffering of Yahushua, because Yahushua suffered. The scripture said Yahushua was a man appointed with grief. So if Yahushua had to suffer, we also have to suffer. That's part of the package. But it says, verse 14, if ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other man's matters. Because some guys suffer for righteousness' sake, but then you got guys that's suffering because they doing things they're not supposed to be doing. And knowing better, they doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So scriptures say not to suffer as one of those men that's only suffering because he catching hell. There's a lot of people that's not in the truth. You know why they suffering? They ain't right with the Most High. And the Most High is bringing hell upon them as a punishment. Whereas the Most High may bring hell upon us to perfect us. To take away anything that is undesirable in the eyes of the Lord. To make us more perfected. Verse 16. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. So you got to suffer as a righteous man and prepare to suffer. And it's not going to end until we get delivered. And you have to prep your mind that it's only going to get worse as we draw closer to the end. So with that, I'm going to close. And I hope this video was edifying. And again, I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Rakak Wadash. And till next time, Shalom.